The night sky had always been predictable. For centuries, astronomers had tracked planets, comets, and asteroids as they silently drifted through the darkness. Most passed harmlessly by Earth, becoming little more than data points stored in observatory databases. But on a cold evening in October, deep inside a government-funded observatory, something unusual appeared on a monitor. A faint speck of light. At first, nobody paid much attention to it. The object was extremely distant, located beyond the orbit of Mars. It seemed no different from thousands of other asteroids discovered every year. Computers automatically calculated its trajectory. The results suggested it would pass safely by Earth. The object was given a designation and added to the catalog. The scientists moved on. But over the next several days, the asteroid continued to be observed. Each new observation refined its orbit. Each update narrowed the margin of error. Each update moved it slightly closer to Earth. At first, the change was tiny. Then it became impossible to ignore. The asteroid wasn't passing Earth. It was heading directly toward it. The discovery immediately triggered emergency meetings. Government agencies, military leaders, and space agencies were notified. The asteroid was enormous, nearly 15 kilometers wide, large enough to end civilization, large enough to alter Earth's climate for decades, large enough to become known internally by a terrifying nickname, the Planet Killer. Officials faced a difficult decision. The calculations still contained uncertainty. There remained a chance it could miss Earth. Announcing it too early could trigger global panic, financial collapse, mass unrest. So the information remained classified. Only a small group of people knew the truth, while the rest of humanity continued their daily lives completely unaware that a mountain-sized asteroid was racing toward their world. 7 days before impact, new observations arrived. The final calculations were devastating. There was no uncertainty left, no margin of error, and no possibility of a near miss. The Planet Killer was going to strike Earth. The impact probability reached 100%. Silence filled the room. Some scientists stared at their screens. Others buried their faces in their hands. One person quietly whispered, "We're out of time." The next morning, every television channel interrupted its programming. Every radio station carried the same message. Every phone on Earth buzzed with emergency alerts. World leaders appeared together. For the first time in history, the announcement lasted only 6 minutes. But those 6 minutes changed humanity forever. An asteroid was coming. No known technology could stop it. The world froze. Then chaos began. Within hours, highways became parking lots. Supermarkets were emptied. Banks were overwhelmed. Fuel stations ran dry. People desperately searched for answers. Others searched for loved ones. Millions attempted to leave major cities. Millions more had nowhere to go. Around the world, telescopes turned toward the sky. And for the first time, ordinary people saw it. A bright moving star. Small, distant, harmless looking. Yet everyone knew what it really was. Death. Approaching one day at a time. Scientists soon discovered another problem. The Planet Killer wasn't alone. As it approached Earth, immense gravitational forces began pulling smaller fragments away from its surface. Thousands of pieces broke off. Most were tiny, some were not. Several were hundreds of meters wide, large enough to destroy entire cities. The first fragment entered Earth's atmosphere 48 hours before the main impact. People across North America watched a brilliant streak appear overhead. At first it looked beautiful. Then it became terrifying. The fragment exploded above the atmosphere. The blast shattered windows hundreds of kilometers away. Cities trembled. Communication towers collapsed. Panic intensified. And that was only the beginning. Dozens of fragments now rained toward Earth. Some burned up harmlessly. Others survived. One crashed into the Pacific Ocean. The explosion generated a tsunami racing across the ocean at jetliner speeds. Coastal cities received only minutes of warning. Another fragment struck a desert. The impact created a crater several kilometers wide. A mushroom cloud rose into the atmosphere. People thousands of kilometers away could see it. Every day the sky grew brighter. The planet killer itself was becoming visible. No telescope required. It was now one of the brightest objects in the sky. Humanity could literally watch its own extinction approaching. By now, society was collapsing. Power grids failed. Governments struggled to maintain order. Military forces focused on evacuations. Families gathered together. Many people simply stopped running. There was nowhere left to run. Around the world, people climbed hills and mountains. They wanted to see it. The object that had united humanity in fear. The object that would soon change Earth forever. That night, the asteroid appeared larger than the moon. A second world hanging above the horizon. Silent, unstoppable, getting closer every second. The atmosphere began reacting before the impact. The asteroid's enormous speed compressed air in front of it. The sky glowed. Birds fled. Animals became restless. The horizon turned orange, then white. People watched in stunned silence. The planet killer entered Earth's atmosphere. The brightness exceeded the sun. Shadows disappeared. Clouds vaporized instantly. The asteroid crossed the sky in seconds. And then, impact. The moment it struck, an unimaginable amount of energy was released. The ground liquefied. Mountains vanished. Entire regions ceased to exist. A crater hundreds of kilometers wide formed instantly. Rock vaporized. Millions of tons of molten debris blasted into space. A fireball larger than countries expanded across the landscape. Everything within thousands of kilometers was erased. Then came the shockwave, moving faster than sound, flattening forests, destroying cities, crossing continents. The Earth itself shook. For several minutes, the entire planet trembled. The impact launched superheated debris around the globe. Hours later, that debris began falling back through the atmosphere. The sky filled with fire. Every continent witnessed countless blazing streaks. The atmosphere heated dramatically. Forests ignited. Grasslands burned. Cities caught fire. A global firestorm spread across the planet. Day became night. Night became fire. Weeks later, sunlight disappeared. Dust and ash blocked the sky. Temperatures plunged. Crops failed. Food became scarce. The oceans cooled. Rain patterns changed. Entire ecosystems collapsed. Human civilization entered its darkest period. The impact had lasted only seconds. Its consequences would last generations. Years later, survivors emerged beneath clearer skies. The world was different. Coastlines had changed. Forests were gone. Many cities were buried beneath ash and debris. Yet life endured. Against impossible odds, humanity survived. Children were born who had never seen the old world. The planet killer had ended one chapter of Earth's story. But it had not ended the story itself. Because even after the greatest catastrophe in human history, life found a way to continue.